rude and childish, which is...
That's us. It's us all over.
Hi there. You may
Welcome.
remember us from such videos as some car shows and stuff, USA stuff.
Yeah, USA stuff. So the last couple of weeks has only been just me being on tour and the UK stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
But I'm glad to be home just so that I don't have to do 17 to 20,000 steps a day.
Yeah. Well, that's right. I've been doing the same amount. You know, under a car, and then the phone rings or a customer comes in, so then you got to get up and go out and shop.
I thought about you often.
Oh, I bet you did. Don't worry, I thought about you a lot too. A hell of a lot. When I was doing the engine mounts on this and I was up and down about 50 million times, I was thinking about you, don't you worry. Every time a customer come in or the phone rang, Alan.
He loves customers.
But
Craig
anyway.
loves customers. He loves you all.
I love you all equally. No, I do.
Yeah.
I do. I love you all equally. Yeah.
So what we're going to talk about in this particular video is because next week, or this coming weekend, we're going to go to Sydney for the Hot Rod and Custom Expo.
Yep.
That
At
Andy
Rosehill.
and Donna run, yes, and it's a really good show. So if you're
Yeah.
in Sydney or if you can get to Sydney,
Yeah.
it's worth doing.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a trade stand for our side gig, which is AC Promotions.
The USA tours.
Yeah,
Yep.
USA Guided Tours. So we thought we'd just explain a bit, maybe remind people what they do and how they work and all that sort of stuff.
So basically, the first thing is don't leave it till the last second
Yes.
to book, because we've got the SEMA tour this year in November. Well, that booked out in January.
January.
So that was fully booked. So, and we had someone ring the other day that wanted to go.
Yes.
And couldn't understand why he couldn't get into go on, this November.
Because basically what we do is Craig and I will do the guiding part of it and driving and all that sort of stuff, and we take 8 guests. So we hire a 15-seat van, so we
15-seat
allow
van.
that there's room in the van to move around, and then if we have to have luggage in there, there's room on the back
Yep.
seat, and everyone's not jammed up and we're not sitting on each other's knee and that sort of thing. So basically our tour, how our tour works, you get yourself to LA on the day we start, and we start for say 9 o'clock in the morning on a Thursday usually.
Yeah, and
we
we
do it.
will either pick you up at the airport from your flight,
Yeah.
or some guys they like to get in the day before,
Yeah.
just so that then they can stay at a hotel close nearby and get a decent night's sleep, whatever, but sleep's overrated, you don't need it.
Sleep when you're dead.
That's exactly right. So then we pick up you from the airport the Thursday morning or from the hotel close by,
Yeah.
and then we hit the ground running, So we do a few things on the Thursday. The first Thursday is not a flat out day though.
Yeah, you're pretty casual, we go get foam sorted and everyone wants supplies, they want to get beer to put in the fridge and,
Yeah.
we get foam sorted, all that sort of stuff, and then do a couple of things in the afternoon.
And then we book into the hotel and,
Yeah.
because then everyone wants to, have a shower and, unpack or whatever, and then we'll go out somewhere. And I think the last couple of times we found a cruise night, a local cruise night that we'll go and call into, and then we'll go and, have dinner or food or whatever somewhere.
we work somewhere.
And then the Thursday night's a reasonably early night.
Because everyone's tired.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
over it.
That's right. But you've been going since all day.
Yeah.
So, and that's the good thing too, is because you're not driving, you can sleep. So it's bad for me to sleep
Yes.
because I'm
You put it on
normally
cruise
driving.
control.
Yeah, isn't that what happens? It's the new Tesla.
But for the tour guide, it's like
Yeah.
being it's like time travel.
It is.
You're at one place and you
You
get in
wake
the
up,
van and you go like this,
you're
and
at
you
the
wake
next
up and
place.
you're in a completely different place.
That's right.
2 hours later.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's the thing. So basically what happens is then the next morning we sort of say, okay, tomorrow morning be down in the foyer of the hotel, in the bus.
in the bus.
We normally say in the bus at 7:30 or 8 o'clock or whatever. So that means you then know you've got to get up an hour earlier or whatever, so you can go and have some breakfast, and the breakfasts are included in the hotel. So we find that it's just a bit easier for everyone to sort of have at least not a huge big breakfast, but you need to have something,
Yeah.
because then we hit the road again, and what you've got to understand is if everyone's saying, oh, can you just stop here for a coffee? Can you just stop here? Well, you never get to see anything.
Yeah.
You know, so we have worked out our days so that we see as much as you could sort of possibly see, that we've sort of worked out, and
we allow time. There is time. We allow time for lunch, and we always work out that there's you're going to get something to eat.
Yeah.
And basically, we handle everything. So from when we pick you up on Thursday to when we drop you at the airport or the hotel on the Monday morning, 12 days later, we deal with everything in between. You don't have to worry about, like we've got the accommodation covered, the van hire, entry to all the museums, car shows, events. If it's on our itinerary and we're taking you there,
that's all
we
covered.
covered that cost. We deal with the parking, we deal with fuel. You don't have to, you don't have to worry about paying for fuel. You don't have to worry about
paying for parking, which is a one big thing we noticed on the last trip.
Yeah.
Everywhere charges for parking now.
Yeah.
That's a big thing in America now.
And it starts adding up quick. You start going, oh, we'll go to this museum, and most of them are $20 US, and then you go to a car show, like especially say like Grand National, it's $30 a day.
Yeah.
So we've covered all that. We've allowed for all that in the tour cost.
Yep. So really, basically, so your breakfast is supplied, and then it's up to you for. And normally, at meal time, like at dinner, there's a couple of days where we stop at Bob's Big Boy normally on a Friday night.
Yeah.
So obviously you have a burger there or whatever, or a meal there. But a lot of the other times we'll sort of pick an area that has a choice of 2, 3, 4 different food options.
Yeah.
So,
you're not all, like, so rather than going, we're all going here, we can go, no, look, there's Chick-fil-A, there's In-N-Out Burger, there's a Denny's.
This burger place.
There's
a lot of burger places.
There's a lot of burger places.
Yeah.
As much as some of the Californians recommend Tommy's.
No, we're not going to Tommy's again. Sorry, Tommy.
We tried it. Anyway.
Wasn't for us.
But so basically all you'll need to do, once you're there and you've paid us for the tour part of it, you really just need to pay for lunch, dinner,
beer,
coffee, and your collectibles, which is t-shirts, souvenirs, car parts, and that's
whatever.
We generally take care of everything else.
Yeah.
We've organised each day so that there's stuff to do each day. We normally try and get to maybe 5 or 6 different things in a day, depending on what they are. Some take longer than others, so some days.
Some of the museums, you might be in a museum for 3 hours.
The Peterson is probably, we get there normally 10 o'clock. It's normally we're allowed till 1, 2 o'clock there because by the time we've done the 3 levels and we pay for the vault and all that sort of stuff.
So you do the vault tour.
You've easily got 2 or 3 hours there.
But even the Nethercut's the same.
Yeah.
The Nethercut's a good 2 hours, and then that's an hour to get, actually an hour and a quarter, hour and a half to get there.
Yeah.
So, travel is a big thing in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Yeah. It only looks that far on the map, but it takes a little bit longer than what you would think. It's not like Perth or, I suppose, Sydney people. I don't know, maybe you're used to it, but we're not.
No, we're not.
So
usually as well with the tours, we try and pick one big event. So we do the SEMA tour, as we explained, that's already sold out this year, but we'll do it next year. So if you're thinking that you'd be interested in going to SEMA with us, you need to let us know for next year, because we've already got people asking.
Yeah.
So that's one where we deal with getting you into SEMA. It's normally a trade thing, you normally have to be in the industry.
Joe Public can't get into SEMA if they're not in the trade. And you do have to jump through a lot of hoops, even if you are in the trade, to get into SEMA.
Yeah, it's not just ring up and go, or go online. You have to qualify yourself. So we've worked out how to do that. We've got a way of doing it. That's our trade secret. Yeah. But like, for example, in January, we're going to go to the Grand National Roadster Show. That works out really well because the week before, you've got the Moon Eyes show. So the Moon Eyes show...
It's a one-day show.
One-day show.
At Irwindale.
1,000 display cars.
Yeah.
Live music.
Yeah, 160...
drag cars
doing eighth mile demos and things like that.
Heaps of trade stands and food and beer and all the usual stuff.
That's a good day. It's got a real good vibe. Yeah, that's a good show. And then I think, hang on, SEMA, isn't it? This year we managed to squeeze a swap meet in that happened to a date lined up. So we thought, okay, we'll quickly get back to
LA.
To LA.
Nitro Revival.
Yeah, Nitro Revival, which is another good one. Like, you know, a lot of people sort of say, oh, you know, you should stay for this and stay for this, but you got to try and keep it within that 2-week window, because it's hard to, you just spent 3 weeks away, and that's real hard.
Yeah.
You know?
I even we found as, you know, like it was with the family and all that sort of stuff, but 2
you
weeks
don't
in.
talk to your family anymore?
No,
no, you don't have to. You've seen them.
I was seen enough.
That's it. Yeah.
But 2 weeks was good. I mean, we still had a good time, but you did kind of get to that point where you're like, oh, I like my bed and my shower.
Yeah. We've sort of found that the 2 weeks is a good sort of number sort of thing.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. And we do kind of keep it so there is tourist stuff as well. So we always try and go down to Santa Monica Pier. If we, depending
the
on the
Hollywood
tour, Hollywood sign, going to
you know.
downtown LA and
Yeah,
go
and
check
even
out
the
some
and
stuff.
the you know the stars and you know
Yeah.
different places like that. So it's not just car stuff.
No, we like when we're in like in Vegas, we normally try and do the Neon Museum.
Yeah, that's good.
And we go to Red Rocks for a day and just do a bit of like half a day, do a bit of a tourist drive and get a coffee somewhere and do something like that, just to break it up. I mean, we all love cars, but
You can get over it
you
pretty
can
quick.
especially at SEMA. SEMA is full on.
Yeah, SEMA is a lot of walking,
Yes.
and you got to have your swap meet face on. You can't stop and chat to people
No.
because there's you just won't see the whole place, you know. So you really have to beforehand. You know, if there's certain things you want to see, you've got to sort of work out. Okay, well they're in this hall or this hall or this hall. Hit those up first and get them out of the way. So then, you know, 2 days later, when you're exhausted and your feet are sore, and you've got blisters, and you're over it, and you want to go home, you know, you can sort of go, oh, just take it easy.
And
today.
you're looking at those
You know?
higher mobility scooters. You know, $50 isn't that much.
That's exactly
It's
right.
not too bad. I'm on holidays. I can hire one of those.
That's right. Yeah. And then you just look like the Americans.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. But that's the thing. I mean, even like we're pitching this. We have a lot of Australians, but you could be American. Well, you could even be from the UK. We picked up a few UK guys, obviously, because I was just there and went to a couple of car shows. You can be from anywhere. All we do is say you need to be in LA on Thursday morning. So even for American guys, like our prices is in Australian dollars. So for the US guys, it would be it's like,
cheap.
It's cheaper. And the UK guys is even better again.
Actually it is.
You know,
Would be too,
so
if
you could be from the UK or Sweden or wherever, really.
Yeah.
Japan, it wouldn't matter. You just get yourself to LA. We deal with the rest. We drive around. I mean, we do stuff that you may not get to do if you're by yourself. You know, like
There's a couple of places that we get to that the general public don't get to.
yes,
You know, and one of those is pretty impressive. You know, it has a lot of very cool, iconic customs and hot rods and that sort of stuff in it.
Yeah.
And you know, like Joe Public can't just turn up there
No,
to get into that.
kind of
So,
who you know. And even when we go to Moon Eyes, I mean, anyone can go to Moon Eyes and have a look around. That's fine. But we normally get there, and while I do the tour, usually we can then hang around afterwards and have a barbecue, have a beer, talk to the guys,
have
and
the
get to
famous
hang out.
Chico burgers.
Chico burgers,
Yeah, with American lettuce.
American lettuce.
Yeah.
So if you ever do go to Moon Eyes, you just need to ask Chico about American.
What American lettuce is, okay?
Yeah.
Ask him.
Email. Oh, if you get an email from, so what's American lettuce?
Yeah, just ask him. Just tell him that you know Alan and Craig said, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's this American?
what's
lettuce?
American lettuce they're talking about.
So that's it. You know, like basically, if you go onto the AC Promotions, we've got a Facebook page, which is mainly where we're putting the stuff. We do have an Instagram page, but we don't put as much on there. So the Facebook page is probably the best way. I don't know how I'm going to link it, but it's A-C Promotions. But there's links off the Armadale Auto page and stuff
Yeah,
like
or
that.
your page or my page or
You
whatever.
can DM us or just comment
Yeah.
below. I think you can in the comments. I can maybe put a link.
Oh yeah,
don't
you
know.
probably could actually.
I probably could.
Yeah. So yeah, one of you just ask the question, so
Yeah.
that then he'll actually put the
I'll
link up
remember.
in the comments.
But yeah, that's it. Look, we'd like to take And the thing is, if we've got the SEMA tours, we seem to be going really well on the Grand National Roadster Show, but we'd like to go do other tours as well. Like if you had a group of 8 mates and you said,
We
well,
want to do this.
we want to go to the Lone Star Roundup and the Pate Swap Meet, we could put a tour together specifically for you and your friends.
Yeah, that's right.
Or if you sort of said, hey, look, could you guys put a thing together, but can we do more tourist stuff?
Yep.
No worries. You tell us what you want to do.
Yeah.
You get 8 mates together, we'll work out a package.
Yeah, that's right.
We'll do it.
That's right. And it's not even just guys either, because we have 2 couples coming to SEMA this year.
Yep.
So, you know, and we've actually had some guys inquire, like, for 4 couples.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's, you know, 4 married couples. So that way then you can sort of do a little bit more touristy stuff if they want, and that sort of thing. So
Yeah, that's right. I mean, yeah, and
we're easy.
Yeah, that's it. We know
I like
LA
riding.
enough now. You know, we don't mind going looking at different stuff and checking out different tourist things and even different car stuff. I mean,
Yeah, that's right.
If you
That's
said,
right.
oh look, I'm not really into old cars, can we do more supercar stuff or
Well, actually,
Euro
we
car stuff?
went to that one at Petson Museum last time we were there.
Yeah, that was all.
So
supercars
yeah,
and
that was a
hypercars
bit
and
different.
stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'd work out anything.
Yeah.
So cool. I'll
Okay.
put up a couple of little highlights just after we've finished crapping on here for a bit.
Yeah.
Maybe just like a minute or two's worth. But you can also go back and look at previous videos from the stuff that we go to, done at Derelict and SEMA and Grand National and some of the other shops we visit. That like I've done little highlights so you can sort of get an idea what you can see.
Yeah.
Cool.
And while Alan was away, I got the motor and gearbox in the DeLorean.
Yeah.
So, and I've been working on the 42 Chev Coupe Ute, which is what the camera is sitting on.
Yeah. So yeah, probably before we go to Sydney, we'll do another little run around, bit of a update on what's been happening here.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
See ya.
See ya.